Play a part out there on the battlefield, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because that was just part A. This is part B. The mind games start here between two teams that, that are already legitimate in the pro scene. XDG, LXIX, they will go ahead to win this coin toss. Aim Artemis, they don't, therefore they only pick one map. Crossfire and standoff banned off from map number 1. Hardpoint XDG says, let's go down into that firing range. A nice and easy rotation. They know the map. Everyone does. Let's see how they tap out this.
Now for Hardpoint, I really want to see another map here. I know firing range has been very impressive so far, but what I really want to see here is like different and really tight plays here. And I think from these two teams, we're going to be showing really crisp plays, nice rotations, and amazing gunfights. It's just really going to come into that split-second decision. That's what is going to make the game. Firing range, these girls already know where to position, where to anchor, and where to spawn out all of these girls, and know when to really have that nice, tight rotation.
Okay, now let's see what happens on map number 2. Search and destroy. Aim Artemis gets to pick Crossfire and Crash banned off by those teams. And Aim Artemis drops them into, oh my god, this can go really, really good. Or really
bad. Tunisia is the name of the game for Search and Destroy, and we are excited for it. We are here to stay, and Tunisia being picked here by Aim Artemis, I can already tell that they have prepared themselves for this one. Tunisia is one of the more interesting maps here because of how big the map is, so much tight corners, and honestly, in pro plays, you don't really see this map that often. That's why seeing it here, it's very, very exciting compared to all of those classic maps that usually get played like firing range and standoff and raid. Tunisia is very exciting. No wonder why me and Mustachio always gets hyped when Tunisia really comes out, because this is where the genius comes to play. This is where a 1v4 situation can be clutched, a 1v5 situation can be clutched. This map is absolutely amazing. But then AJ heading into domination.
Crossfire XDG definitely hates that map, and standoff Aim Artemis don't want to have anything to do with it. Hotel Yard, and therefore XDG says, all right, let's bring you girls right back into firing range. So obviously when you take hardpoint and you take domination, the game changes by a little bit, but not too much.
Teams can be ultra good, especially heading over here to Hardpoint. They did so well, both of these teams, in their bracket yesterday, and I don't know who's going to win it. It's really, we're gonna find out at the latter part of the game right now, and they're heading over right now to P number 1. Now all of these power positions are gonna be coming into play, and right now Aim has the name of the game.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Beef does not want to predict the end of the match, and therefore I am going to do so. I say XDG 3-0, 3-0. Aim Artemis does not look they will be able to pick a point up in here, pick a match away. Let's see them prove me wrong, because it is Aim Artemis that opens up 22 points at hardpoint number 1. Will XDG be able to make their play back against them? Here comes Gibby with a QQ9 trophy system in place, waits for the opportunity, goes in for the slay, and Muji in there for the support as well. Aim Artemis, they surely love to play at the firing range.
Okay, you know what? I have a prediction now, and it's not because they're doing well, because a lot can happen at Hardpoint, but I think Aim will actually get this one, because I think that they do have Ifia. They do have Ifia in their team, XDG, but with a team like Aim, they have multiple, players that will actually be great and to carry it right now. They are a very level team, and again, what I'm saying is that it's going to be anyone's game. It's really going to be going down to who is going to be winning those rotations and those gunfights, and right now, both of these teams are doing well, even though that Aim really had that first rotation off of P2 and P1, a lot can happen, especially in P3, which is going to be that money hill.
Oh, a lot is happening indeed. Aim Artemis, they are just soaring through with those points, and they will command the command center as well. XDG, they are not able to answer most of these questions that are being put forth. Venice with a 2-piece goes in for the capture. Azri just getting everything done all on her own and protects the hard point. But here comes Afia to shut Azri out, and it is AIM Artemis that will fall back. But 67 points on the board so far is quite a lot, but not in a time, not in a match like Hardpoint. You just need one good Hardpoint to turn things around.
Now, this is what I'm talking about when in terms of that rotation. AIM Artemis let go of that P2 and really head over here into trailer, which is going to be amazing for them as they have that early rotation. It wasn't early, it wasn't too early, it was absolutely perfect. They gave those scrap time to XDG and they paid for that price. But right now, XDG with a response, amazing capture here, amazing effort, because this is actually very difficult to infiltrate.
This is exactly what we're talking about. One good hard point to turn things around, and that's what Captain Afia goes ahead to do. 30 more seconds to ravage this hard point, and White Warehouse is gonna allow XDG to take the lead into the game as well. AIM Artemis can start this off, but XDG, they want to show that they can put it to an end. They equalize and they take over. White Warehouse brings the luck, and Afia continue to defend. Can she continue to slay? She does exactly that with a QQ9. More questions will be put forth, but Afia will not go down.
Girl, Issa, you should have just made that rotation heading over to Barracks Hut, because there's going to be 5 seconds left and the scrap time was gotten by her. And it's amazing to see all of these girls really play here, but then it's a really close game. Again, they actually have, in terms of like, you know, that rotation, XDG is doing such a good job at this latter half of the game.
This is why I told ya. 3-0. Kasi tapao all the way. XDG in the house to slay. It is 108 to 68, and the complexion of the game has turned around. Is AIM Artemis gonna be able to find it within themselves to make a comeback in here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? That's exactly what they do. Give me with a 2-piece. Muji as well as Azri getting the damage done. AIM Artemis will be able to hold on to the Barracks Hut, but for how long? 10 more seconds in here, and they will need to go in for the move already.
The usage of the score streaks was a little bit weird for AIM Artemis, because they use it at very interesting situations where they're trying to play catch up. You need to really get those operator skills when you're trying to get an early hardpoint. But a while ago with Issa Sparrow, she went into that hardpoint into trailer, knowing that there was only like 5 seconds left. But right now, they do get a hold of this first hardpoint, AJ, which is doing a really good job at really getting all of those points.
The two Valkyries that I called out at the start of the series. Hashtag Valkyrie Issa, hashtag Valkyrie Afia. Look at these two ladies ravage up this firing range, man. 118 to 111. AIM Artemis playing that catch-up gameplay. XDG trying to put a stop in their path. Issa unable to go in for the slay. A perfect hole coming in from the side of XDG. And they will go ahead to step outside of that hard point. Why? Because the pressure comes through from AIM Artemis, and we are unable to see if or not XDG will be able to continue this sort of a pressure for much long. Look at that strong fight come right back through from AIM.
Oh, look at this, the positioning from Muji right now. She's doing such a good job at this hard point. Now she's going to be heading over here to P number 2, which is going to be the money hill. Right now, all of these teams should really go in here full force, bring out all of the score streaks, all of those gameplays, all of those gunfights, and right now the Vito is going to be coming out, AJ.
Oh, Issa gets the damage done. 127. AIM Artemis. They will get all those points just equaled up. But here's XDG making that push once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Are they going to be able to take the first W? Is AIM Artemis going to prove the Mustachio wrong? Because here comes the cluster strike from Afro as well. Afia gets slain, and the contention for the command center, it will fall into the hands of AIM Artemis. But the XS1 Goliath by Sika as she steps in. Are they gonna be allowed to take this from her? No, that sick gameplay from XDG will put match number 1 to rest as they take that W.
Dios mío! What the?
In here, and let's see if or not those two Valkyries manage to stay on top. And yes, hell yeah, they did. Hashtag Valkyrie LXIX Afia. Hashtag Valkyrie AIM Yisa. Both of these ladies deserve to get bumped. You get taken down. Now, Beef, we've talked about
Destroy the objective.
this map
The enemy has
can
the
go
bomb.
really, really good.
Or really, really bad. Yep, exactly. And we already know that this is actually, I think it's going to be really, really good for the... Oh, but then the first pick from Venice!
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so this is how you go in for the defense. You want to get all of those early picks, and the defense coming in from the side of XDG LXIX is perfection. Why? The higher probability of a storm is going to be at alpha, and you want to send one player to the site where you're more confident to take over, because you're going to have a strong side, you're going to have a weak side. And clearly, XDG is picking alpha as their weaker side, where they need to focus in all of their defenses at first. And they're just leaving one player to drop back to keep an eye on Bravo. And the rule for this player is when they spot the push, to not engage, but just to report, as Venice was shut down Yisa as well. And AIM Artemis on a map that they have picked will go ahead to understand that it's not gonna be that easy.
Now, that was a very unfortunate push here by Isa, knowing that she had that bomb, yet she was open like that. Once they had that information from Isa that, okay, all of the players are going to be here in A bomb side, they should make that rotation off of B, because it's going to be easier. Because if you're going on that defense in A, you are going to have that advantage right now, but then it's going to be a 2v5 situation here, and that's not a place where you want to be in.
Oh, now let's see.
Contact with
Venice,
enemy.
Muji taken down. AIM Artemis. Unfortunately, they are being outclassed on this Tunisian map. Kimi with the opportunity to turn things around, and the QQ9 is truly a meta gun that can assist you in doing so. But you cannot
Nice work.
put yourself in situations like that. But of course, in her defense, she only had 5 seconds to work with.
Exactly, and it was actually all in that introductory pick that we had over here. And it's so amazing to actually see all of these players really come here together, really have that communication going on the side of XDG. And right now, AIM needs to work on that, because they know that rushing in towards here is going to be difficult, because the defending team will have that opportunity to be here first. And right now, they're having a really, really hard time. And just like that, we can see a complete wipeout, and another point goes to XDG.
Hai. Apa saya sudah kata? It can go really, really good.
Destroy the objective. The enemy has the bomb.
Bad. When you pick Tunisia, you need to know your strats. You need to know exactly how you're going to play this game. You need to play a rock paper scissors. You want to know exactly what AIM Artemis is playing right now? Rock. They keep throwing the rock out, and they keep getting shut down, and they believe that their gun skills is going to be able to win them all of these rounds, like what has happened right now on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But that is leaving it all up to luck. Now, Consta needs to check her corners in here. She has got one player on towards her left, and Sammy will not forgive her, and she spots that bomb plant as well. She'll back away from this engagement. Now, if AIM Artemis consistently pulls that rock out and expects to get all of their rounds in this way, we're gonna have a lot of problems.
This aggression from AIM really was a good thing for them, as they were able to actually pull through that they weren't able to pull through in that second round. But right now, they do finally get that one. It's not going to be a donut for sure, but they need to make another push here. And I think they need to make a slower push here. They might need to really separate, but I think it's going to be a Bravo push right now, which is an excellent move here by AIM. And right now, I think it's going to be really interesting how they're going to play Bravo.
Targets in sight.
They finally go in here for the paper. Are we going to be able to see this catch the team of XDG off guard? And I think it will. They need to go in for a quick plan as well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And they managed to do so. Here we go. AIM Artemis playing Tunisia. And this seems to be a point that they can take back. This is a chokehold. This is a choke point that they've got all of the XDG LXIX players in 1 point. Afia, she goes in to take Kimmy down first. Sika will go ahead to get this done. But the gun skills will show that it doesn't matter where you run. It doesn't matter where you hide. XDG will find you.
Now, that was a very unfortunate push. The push was amazing. They weren't able to defend the bomb properly. But what should have happened there was half the team of AIM should have gone through that midway and really have that pinch play going over in Bravo. That should have been the case. But right now, we can see another aggressive push here, which is actually going to be difficult for them if they actually don't really get this.
Ooh, and there you go. They are depending on their aggression, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Unfortunately, when one plan fails, you go in for the other. Sika! Beautiful performance by Semi. Just going in, guns blazing. This is rule number 2 of Tunisia. If you find out that your strategy is just not working against your opponents, stick together, storm the front, and hope and pray that you manage to spray them down and get a couple of kills, get a plant, and then stack a defense. And AIM Artemis, they are playing Tunisia lah.
Beautiful 2-1-2 split here by AIM Artemis. And they have that information, and now they are going to be heading over there. They really need to group up here into A because having that vital information, which Azri will definitely give the teammates. And right now, this is the push that they really want. Azri is going to be in trouble here, AJ.
Up, and it is Sika that goes in here for the 2-piece. Super sick coming through. Consta with the delete. Afia takes Muji down with a headshot as well. You cannot take this game with pure aggression after you allow XDG to find their power positions. After you allow XDG to place themselves in for the perfect defense, it's going to be super duper difficult to storm the front. And XDG clearly shows that, but AIM Artemis, they keep forcing the case. Are they going to be able to give us a different answer, a different result, or will we see the definition of insanity today?
Well, I think what's happening here is because they're having such an aggressive push here, it's going to be difficult. But Azri, look at that with that 2-piece, AJ.
Beautiful on those snipes. One shot, one kill, one shot, one kill. And it is AIM Azri on the snipes. And it's a 4-on-2 situation with Consta as well as Yaki in here. The attacking side is with XDG, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's see exactly how Consta will go ahead and pull this off. The opportunity on the snipes here, but 4 opponents in front of her. And it is Yaki going in for the flank. The backstab might come through for Yaki. If the distraction comes through for Yaki first, we might just see them make a couple of mistakes. Yaki gets Kimi out of the equation, but immediately deleted by Azri snipes. And still, it will go on to put that pressure upon this sniper.
Oh, no, this is going to be a very difficult situation for Consta, and I'm very impressed with what AIM had to offer so far. So far, they've been learning from their mistakes, which is so impressive. They've been doing the same thing over and over, but then from each round, it's like they've been learning and really pulling it off, and that's why they will probably win this round unless Consta really pulls that 3v1 clutch here, but which is going to be very difficult. 31 seconds, it's a lot of time, but then here we go, 1 kill.
That's the biggest pain. That's the biggest pain of the team, and the biggest pain has been taken down, but Consta needs to be careful. Spots the player, does not manage the takedown, and Sammy will get the numbers game done in, and AIM Artemis will pull 1 round back.
Amazing effort here by AIM. Nonetheless, they keep learning, but then XDG seems to be 1 step ahead. AIM keeps learning, yes, but you have to be 1 step ahead of the competition, which is, XDG's doing so far. And right now, there's going to be a really amazing push here in mid, and now it's going to definitely be a surprise here for AIM, and it's going to be interesting how they finally say the name of the game.
QQ9. Oh, opportunity shut down. And Zika goes down, but Yaki immediately returns the favor, and Muji gets the thermite placed perfectly. Consta shuts Yisa out of the equation, leaving Sammy all alone. So lonely.
The bomb has been planted.
Sammy so
lonely.
Why is she
she
in
gonna do now?
B-bomb site? Where you going? Go back! She needs to go back into A. Well, I don't know why she made that really long rotation, but I know she's going to be going for that flank over here. She needs to be very, very careful. Now, this positioning over here, now that is very important to have. She needs to get all those picks, but then she is against a sniper. It's match point, guys, and it's going to be looking very dire for AIM Artemis to actually pull through. But then, as you already know, it is the hardest to close out a match here for Search and Destroy.
Defend the objective.
AIM Artemis, they want to play rock, paper, scissors. Unfortunately, XDG drop into Tunisia, playing Tunisia. You need to know how to play this map. And, we can see some, sparks of brilliance from AIM Artemis on Tunisia as well. But it's just not as bright as XDG. Sammy with the opportunity, and if she's patient enough, she will get the takedown. Oh, doesn't go in for the full-on engage, backs away, but she backs away with her life. And now the opportunity and the trophy system, careful gameplay comes out, showing exactly how great AIM Artemis is at this level of gameplay. With the opportunity, Sammy shuts her down, and Venice is out of the equation, and we now have a 4-on-3. Sammy with an opportunity once again, but straight away gets excited. Muji gets shut down as well, leaving us with a 2-on-2 now, Beef.
Kimmy should have rotated earlier on, knowing that all of the teammates are going to be here in Bravo. She's going to have a hard time to actually get this play right now, especially being the only one here. It's going to be so difficult to pull this off, and here we go. 6-3 in favor of XDG LXIX, proving to be one of the best.
Is the best spot. AIM Artemis is proving that the gap between them as well as XDG LXIX
Really powerful positions to be in for Bravo. But let's head over here. Hardpoint domination, AJ. A lot of things can happen here.
The only thing that we want to see happening is maybe AIM Artemis taking one game away from XDG. Or is it just gonna end up in the way that was predicted at the start of the series, just because there is a slight difference in terms of power play between the two teams, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's going to be XDG going in here, but Azri will pop off and put so much of pressure early on. And the very cheeky attempt for a double cap coming through from XDG, but the response from AIM Artemis is as strong as a triple cap warning will fall through. Kimmy as well as Azri, absolute perfection starting off this round.
Absolutely perfection. This is the thing that we really wanted to see here, right? Domination is going to be the name of the game, and so far, a lot has happened already. They tried taking Charlie, they tried taking Alpha with no success, but that's a good thing because you don't know what's going to happen here. Bravo is still unoccupied, and we see here AIM really going in there, but just really trying to do that cleanup, really getting rid of those people in those power positions, AJ.
Oh, absolutely, man. Bravo as well as Charlie now picked up by AIM Artemis. They might just lose clearing area here because of the amount of forces, the number of players they have in that spot. What a prevention by Azri as well as Sammy. All of the players that come in there to pick up that Charlie spot gets eliminated, and they get a triple cap for just a little bit. But the response does not have to wait because they immediately try to take Alpha back. Look at that prevention coming through from Kimmy. This is a different side of AIM Artemis, but we've also seen an aggressive AIM Artemis at the start of match number 1 as well. Can they keep the pressure up?
Yes, they need to be consistent. That is absolutely important here because there's still a lot of things that can happen. There's still a second half. There's still operator skills. They need to have that timing ready. And right now, they're doing such a good job so far as they have 44 points to their name and 27 for XDG. They really need to get those power positions, which they are actually getting. And Trailer is going to be contested right now, but they're doing such a good job, AJ.
Oh, absolutely, man. They are just popping off in here. Aim Artemis, they just need to hold on for a little bit longer. Look at Sammy just playing her power positions. Right, she has got a great hold onto the white warehouse, putting down all of her artillery and the support items in here for herself as well, as she has got her team members to cover her back. Aim Artemis, they need to keep a better hold on the game because XDG, this is their comeback gameplay. Can they get a triple cap? Afia just holding on to the defense on that barracks hut, preventing those players from popping out. Venice might be able to grab that Bravo. She does, but they lose Alpha. Barracks hut will fall right back to Aim Artemis. This is the sort of back and forth that we love when we drop into domination B.
Losing C.
Yep, exactly. Beautiful response here by XDG nonetheless. And right now they're actually going to be able to take that rotation. But then we see here another rotation heads over here, and it's going to be a triple lockdown by XDG, AJ. And right now what AIM needs to do is to get at least one here. And knowing that there's going to be a war machine here at C, they really need to be a little bit more careful right now. 68 and 62, that is not a very comfortable gap.
The kind of gameplay that XDG is taking here right now, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, makes them, look like they want to be the comeback queens of the Valkyrie series. How many times do they want to allow Aim Artemis to tease them? How many times do they want to allow Aim Artemis to tease all of the thousands of the audience watching here that they might get the lead and then take that lead right back from their cold little fingers as they go in for the slaving.
Objectives.
This is a beautiful game of really violent chess right now. If chess pieces could move as fast as this, now this is what they look like. And right now, it's the answering of what is going to happen. Both of these teams are so good, and so far, that's why the points are really close together. It's because these teams really know what's up. And right now, they're doing such a good job in defending all of their hard points and really getting back into those hard points and also into those domination rounds, really getting to know what does happen here, because all of that triple cap, it doesn't really last too long because they know they need to get to that 1 point.
Okay, so this is the point where Aim Artemis is placed to the test. They have managed to equalize the points on the board up to where it is right now, 80-83. Their opportunity to take one away, this is it. It's now or never. I said it after game number 2. The way they've been improving, the way they've been able to show that the gap between themselves as well as XDG is just not that far. They don't need to wait for another day. They can choose to do it today. But the kind of team, the kind of squad that XDG LXIX is, I don't think Afia and team will be wanting to make it any easy for Aim Artemis.
Friendly XS1.
Yep, exactly. Right now, you can see the score streaks and the ecos are actually going to be saved up right now. Issa doing such a good job in that trailer. And again, that power position is key. But right now, they're going to have a hard time to actually get all of those power positions. As we can see here, the score streaks and the operator skills are coming in. Look at this, AJ. It's going to be a veto.
That is what I am talking about. Shut that VTOL out of the skies. You do not let the VTOL run all over you in the current meta, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The VTOL was like meta in Season 1. Yisa brings down that cluster strike. XS1 Goliath, that's the kind of meta we talking about. Let's go, Aim Artemis. This is the way you do it. Muji just blasting through, annihilating those players. But even as I say that, it is XDG with the triple cap, and Aim Artemis is unable to do anything about it for the time being. The lockdown, the absolute annihilation being brought, set forth by XDG LXIX.
Now, this is what we're talking about when it comes to really having that timing right in terms of your score streaks, right? A while ago, we saw a cluster strike from AIM going into Charlie. Charlie was occupied by XDG, yet no one from AIM went into Charlie. That was a very interesting effort, but then no one went there. That would have been that interesting part here. But we see here 150 to 95 to say that it was close. Maybe it was...
It was close. You need to take the point back. You cannot allow the points to continue ticking for the side of XDG. I called it so confidently at the start of the series. It's going to be a 3-0 for XDG, and that's exactly where we are at. And this is a reason why AIM should not feel like, this is such a huge loss. It was not a huge loss. You are meant to lose to XDAP above us, but that gap is not that far apart, Beef.
Wow, I just really wanted AIM to really step it up here, especially in that domination. I thought they were really going to get into it, especially in that first half, but it doesn't matter. And right now, let's take a look at these points right now. We have 150 to 138 and hardpoint in favor of XDG. Search and destroy. Again, XDG sweeps the floor with a 6-3. And for domination, 150 to 95. And we can see how dominating XDG LXIX can really be. And